This is The Sport, an open and honest conversation about life and love and everything in between with me, Julius Mbura. Wow, welcome to another exciting episode of The Sports Podcast with me, Julius Mbura. And today's guest, you're gonna love him. He has one monster of a story. He's an artist, spoken word artist. He's a car enthusiast. I mean, let me just let him do the introduction. I might just miss one or two things about him. So, hi, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah.
So, who are you?
My name is Julius Mbura. Professionally, I'm a lawyer. I'm also a spoken word artist, poet. That's like my creative bone. It goes hand in hand with my dancing. I dance for fun. Yani, I'm also a motivational speaker plus a mentor. I mentor people who've lost their sight in their adulthood, people who don't know how to go about disability and all that. I'm also the programs manager for New Age for the Visually Impaired, NAVI, part of the advocacy that I was telling you about. We do so much to do with increasing visibility for the visually impaired. I'm also a car enthusiast. I'm a model, and being a car enthusiast, I've opened a YouTube channel, Who Do Supercharge. It's on my creative sites also. So anything else? I'm a lover of life, and I strive to live a heart-centered life and to contribute as much as possible to the society. Yeah.
And you didn't mention that you also bake.
Oh, yeah. I'm a cook. That's also part of the things that I'm tapping into. Like this year, I decided to really tap into my passion and the things that I love doing. So yeah, I bake, I cook.
Let's go way back to Julius as a young boy. How was life growing up, and at what point did your life become different?
Yeah, I don't like putting so much stumbling blocks to like a young boy growing up and all that, because my mom, I've grown up in a single parent setup. So my mom has been my everything, you know. She's my hero, man. Like growing up, she didn't make me feel like I'm inadequate or there's something lacking, you know. My life drastically changed when I first lost my sight. Oh, I'm a VIP, visually impaired person. That I forget about that. Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. So growing up, like at the age of 10, that's when everything turned upside down, because that's when I lost my sight. And now we were scrambling to get solutions and try retain the sight and all that.
At 10 years, was it something that happened gradually? Ama uliamka tu siku moja and realized, oh, I can't see?
Okay, it was both gradual and abrupt. But the gradual bit was, at 10, I didn't know what was going on with my body and everything. And also mom was in denial. So there's an aunt of mine who noticed that there's a way I was looking at things and people. My eyes were becoming squinty, my eyeballs. But mom was like, ni maringo toko nayo Nairobi. Because I've grown up in Nairobi, like I've been brought up in Ziwani. We came to Nairobi around 96. Yeah, I was a small boy by then. I was really big on drawing when I was small, when I was 5-6 years. And also I started noticing a culture in hip-hop. That's where my spoken word has trickled from. Because at one point I was a rapper by the I used to rap, man.
Can you remember some of those bars?
Maybe I'll remember as we go on.
Okay.
So this time at 10, I start noticing that I'm moving from my desk to the board to actually like capture everything that has been written, come down, note it down, go again, you know.
Yeah, back
but
and forth.
Yeah, but I don't want to hear. But kids were saying, "Hey, kwani huoni?" But I used to get so mad. By then I was a bit of a bully.
Becoming defensive, I guess. Yeah.
And aggressive towards everything, you know. And because I was not getting that support from mom also, that hey, how huoni or something. So I used to be at the top of the class, performance-wise. So I started flopping. I started becoming number 7, number 20-something. That was class 3, yeah. This was 2000. So the school called mom. Wakamwambia, hey, there's a way. Julius is underperforming, and he's becoming really uncontrollable in everything, class, where. So at this time, it hasn't dawned on me that I'm losing sight. So it was gradual, yes, but how it happened. Now mom took me now to different hospitals. Kikuyu unit, they didn't see the problem because they were focusing on my eye instead of at the back of the eye, because the problem was at the back of the eye. Then we started going to private doctors because now Kikuyu unit is the biggest hospital for eye care and all that, and they couldn't see the problem. So she took me to private doctors, and one private doctor had the audacity to say that I was being mental. Yeah. So
being mental?
Yeah, that's why I was showing the aggressiveness and all that. Because when I was young, when I was like 3 years, I had cerebral malaria, and it really messed with my head to a point where mom took me to hospital. I had to be like tested for mental disability. So there is that kanini. Mom was told if it goes then I'm mental. Mom fasted for like a month.
And our food is here. Our food is here. So tea. Food is here. Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted cold or.
Hii warm iko tu sawa. Okay, sijui kwa nini sisi kama wa Kenya si usema warm, but inafaa kuwa room temperature. But ni sawa tu.
Yeah.
I think rice pia ni yangu. I'm the lucky one here.
No. You're the lady here.
Alikurekebishia ni ugali
Yeah. Ugali ni mbili alisho.
Za wanaume bana.
Wacha wanaume wapambane na ugali.
Bombane na hali.
Okay, so we'll take a break now.
You can.
Food is here.
Yeah, you can put a pause.
So there was this doctor, Mike, where you're mental.
Yeah. So I was actually taken to a mental school for a whole term and a half. Then when now the blindness hit me, that's when now we started looking for other options. But mom had been told by the head teacher, by the Julius is not mental, because I used to get everything. Because whatever you're taught is level kindergarten.
Okay.
Yeah, like drawing, coloring, writing, girl, boy.
Because now wakatulenda in a mental institution, a mental school, you had to start from scratch or some sort.
Yes. Oh, it's a school actually in Pomwani.
Okay.
I can't remember the name. So I was taken there because now mom was just following what she's being told. You see? So the aim for the classes is to sharpen your mental processing.
Okay.
You know, the learning is not as intensive as the one for primary school. So it's the small task, like you're given a picture of a boy, you're supposed to write down there. Coloring. It got to a point mom was being told by the teacher, but Julius is not mental, yeah? And the more he stays here, it will get worse, because the atmosphere is not friendly for his upbringing, because I was 10. Now in 2001, I wake up one day and woof, it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
You can't see completely.
Completely, it's darkness, man.
As in, I think mtu akisikia such a situation, ile kitu kwa mind ni kama time stima zimepotea. You wake up.
Oh, the blackout, yeah.
The blackout. It's similar to that?
It's similar to that, but now this one has an emotional connotation to it, because you wake up and you're confused. I wake up and I'm like, wow. Like I thought, maybe it's still early. And I'm still supposed to go to this school, which I'm not enthusiastic about, because it's something that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
But I'm just there. So I went back to sleep. Then around 11, I'm like, wow, I think I had some children playing outside. So I was like, maybe it's midday. Yeah? So I try waking up, and then mom alikuwa ametoka trip. I think in Kinangop or somewhere. So by the time she was getting into the house, she found me scrambling, like trying to get something to wash my eyes and everything. And then she wanted to now like hit me, mothers with education and all that, where we come from. Education is important. So as I was running away from her, I hit the wall, like my room's wall. Like
really hard.
Yeah, really hard, like and then I'm like, Mom, I can't see. With a tone that took my mom a place like it's a few times I've had my mom cry like that, like a baby. So from that, like our lives changed completely. Yani, I kid you not, we were going from place to place looking for pastors to pray for me. But now there are some doctors that had come from the US.
Okay.
They now discovered the problem. It's at the back of the eye. So the mother problem, it's called maculopathy. I say mother problem because it aggravated now to something else because it's a degenerative condition. So it's called maculopathy. It affects part of the eye called macula. Macula is on the retina part of the eye. So if you look at my eye, it's good. Like you can think I can see actually because my
someone
lens.
can't tell actually.
Yeah, because my lens, my iris, my cornea, everything is okay. But the problem is at the back of the eye where the communication happens. The retina gets information from the lenses on images, on colors and all that, interprets and takes to the optic nerves. Now the distortion comes there.
So from the time maybe you were up and about, you and your mom were up and about trying to get medication for the condition, how was life?
Life was I would say it was so emotional, and like mom didn't know what to do. I never used to talk to anyone. Like I went mute, literally. I was an introvert, but I became an extremist, like a lone ranger. There's one seat I used to just sit on almost the whole day. I was suicidal at one point. I took peritons, like 50 of them. So, as a kid, I don't know so many methods of like taking your life. But I knew there are these pills that I get for mom for her to sleep. Her days used to be like so confused. Like she could go to the shamba and spend like 48 hours without sleeping.
Okay.
So she should come and send me peritons.
Okay.
Za kumsaidia like sleeping. So I was like, if I take so many, then I'll just sleep forever. I slept for over 50 hours.
Over 50 hours, like that's like 2 days continuously.
Yeah. Mom was just checking on me, but I'm still breathing, yeah. So I woke up and I was devastated. I was like, I can't even kill myself the right way. I had a massive headache. Then I wake up, I find myself on my bed. I was mad at everything, at life. But now, like with time, I started asking myself, like, this has happened, yeah. It's not temporal. And I really have to deal with it. I have to live with it.
After how long did you decide, okay, now let me work on myself?
Like 3 months into blindness. So by this time, the doctors have seen the problem. I've been told it's rare that your sight will come back, but it might. It's a game of chances. Yeah.
Okay.
And I had been given some medication, like some eye drops. And they used to be painful. I used to put them and have migraines all day. So I just quit without telling mom that I stopped using them. Now at this time, I'm supposed to join Thika Primary for the Blind. But I was like, for me to do that, I really have to come to term. Plus I didn't like the way mom was just sad every day. But I'm young, yes, I don't know much about me affecting my mom's emotion and moods. But I was like, hey, if I start becoming happy, then maybe mom will be happy, because it used to crush me. And she quit her job. Like, it was too much, because even financially we started struggling, constraints, because she's like quit everything to take care of me.
Yeah.
I was her whole focus. Before that, she had gone through a pretty bad phase of her domestic violence and all that. So I used to struggle with that a lot. So I just started, from nowhere, I just started being happy and all that. I started liberating my mom unknowingly, just making her happy and all that.
So by this time, you're completely blind.
Yes.
You can't see nothing.
Yes.
So, and then...
This is now I was blind for a year plus.
A year plus.
Yeah, from 201, mid 201 to 202. Towards the end.
Towards the end.
But at this time I'm in Thika Primary, so
you're in Thika Primary for the blind.
yes.
So you're now learning Braille.
Braille, mobility, orientation, and also the environment was good because now I'm exposed to people like me. So it's no longer a big deal.
So when you got to Thika School for the Blind, Did you feel better?
Yeah. I felt like that's where I belong.
Okay.
Now, plus, this was a whole setup because I was being brought to a boarding school
Yes.
and I was used to a day school.
Yeah.
So there was the trauma of homesickness coupled with I cannot still see. But it was easier because now 90% are blind. The teachers there, they know how to deal, even with emotions and all that. So talking to me, and we go to the dormitory, people start giving me their experiences like, wow, you think you're going through the worst until you hear someone else's story.
There's a good friend of ours, DJ Euphoric, you know him. DJ Euphoric likes to say that disability is a club.
Yeah.
Anyone can join at any
Anytime.
time.
So don't look down
upon people with disabilities.
Yeah.
Now, something happened after over 1 year plus.
I used to call them clear-offs. Like one day I wake up and I notice something that I couldn't see yesterday.
What was the first thing you noticed? Did you see a color? Did you see
Yeah. Green.
Green?
Yeah, grass.
Wow.
Like outside the dormitory. I was like, wait, that's green, man. That's the ground, yeah? Because, I had mental visuals of stuff.
Because you've seen before.
Yeah, and then I started noticing shadows. Then now I used to draw joy out of each day. Before I go to bed, I just pray. Tomorrow I'll wake up with a better
vision.
vision field. So by the time it was getting to 2003, it was better. It had gotten better where I could read with my naked eyes.
Without using spectacles?
Spectacles, yeah. Yeah, but bring the book closer for me to discern the print.
So saizi wewe ndo ulikuwa umeturn into a cool kid of the class, probably?
Yeah. So it was a privilege, let me tell you.
Yeah.
In a setting of 90% are blind and you're the ones who can see, then you really... But we used to help each other a lot because then we used to take each other as brothers.
Okay, and sisters.
Yeah, and sisters. Yeah, but it's a good feeling. Like you can see and you have games. We could prank the blind. It never used to be a big deal.
Oh man.
So there's this term.
Yeah.
Like when you knock on something, we didn't used to say ati umegonga. No, ilikuwa inua. Like even when you see a blind person nearing to knock something like a wall or stumbling into something, you used to say inua. So that was an alert. Una freeze. Let me say like Chadu. Freeze.
Do people actually tell you look like Chadwick?
It came up.
May his soul rest in eternal peace.
I've seen Black Panther, yeah?
Oh, you have?
I'm a big comic fan. So I used to know Black Panther before it came to the big screens.
Wow.
Yeah, I know so much about superhero. Like the one I resonate with is Daredevil because then he's blind and his alias during the day he's a lawyer.
Which is clearly your life in comics. Wow.
Yeah, but Black Panther that was big. I actually saw Black Panther in the theaters. The few Avenger movies I've seen in the theaters, Black Panther, I saw Civil War, Captain America Civil War.
So this was the time where you could have a minimal vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see a bit.
I've
watched movies.
You capitalized on that, kabisa.
Let me tell you, I could get into a room,
yes,
do 1, 2, 3, and get out of that room without no one knowing about my visual impairment.
I remember you telling me a story about you cycling from
Zambezi
to
industrial area.
Inda.
Yeah. That was in 2009.
2009.
Yeah.
You cycled. That is more than 50 kilometers.
No. It's close to 30.
Close to 30.
Yeah, 20 something, 27 around there.
How did you manage?
So I used to cycle alongside the road. I was playing a joke on me. So it was Valentine's actually. And I was supposed to join high school the next week. By this time, people have joined, but I'm having issues because I was supposed to go to a national school. So we had to go to so many national schools looking for one that had inclusivity and mainstreaming of disability. But they didn't because I wanted now to do pure braille in high school. because my vision had gotten worse by class 8. I was like, hey, I'm doing nothing, you know. And
So
I'm a young boy. So I was like, let me just cycle. Because Zambezi is, after you get, if you know Wayakiwe, Uthiru, Keno, Gitaro, Zambezi, then you continue as you're going to Limuru.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me cycle up to Keno, then come back.
Then
I get to Keno, I'm like, see, I can reach Uthiru and come back. I'm like, Uthiru, where is Westlands? Westlands is just here. No, Kangemi. Kangemi is just here, bana. Let me reach Kangemi,
and then
turn back.
Then you fika Kangemi.
I'm like,
let me go to
Maze, I
Westlands."
cannot smell Westlands and not get there. So I'm like, let me just get to Westlands and go back. Then I get to Westlands, I'm like, but let me ask you, CBDC is just here. Then I got a puncture at KBC, university, the university way. You know, I had to push that bike. Do you know, surprisingly, we don't have bicycle repairers in town.
I didn't know. Now I know.
I had to push that thing I across town to Ziwani, where I had a recollection that, hey, there is this fundi that used to repair my bikes when I was in Ziwani. So I had to push hadi huko. Then I was like, since it's repaired and I'm near Shaurimoyo, and my auntie lives in industry area, the prison, inside the prison.
Yeah.
Why don't I just say hi and go back?
Wow.
So yeah.
The things you've done. Now.
Let me tell you, I got there like my face was brown. Like, you know, I'm dark, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. And my auntie was like, wait, whose bike is this? So she called mom. Mom called me. I was like, I'm in industry area at Ants. I call like, that's okay. And then she calls back after like 2 minutes. Where's your bike?
yako iko
Yeah, maze. And then my aunt is like, alikuja nayo. What? My mom freaked out.
Your mom clearly has seen a lot of your adventures. Maka, at this point, is there anything you can do? It will get her off guard.
Nothing, because there's this point, there's this time we got a car. We were with my cousin, so we were driving to Shags, and then the Maram roads there. So I was, let me drive where it's not that busy. You can be directing me if I'm getting off course. So I drive for like a stretch of almost a kilometer, and then we meet with my aunties, and then so my aunt calls my mom. I call like, let me ask, nanga macho ilirudi sawa? My mom is like, no, like 30 minutes ago that tuliongea na alikuwa tu bado kipofu ule wangu tu. She's like, but he's driving. Mama alikuwa like, at this point that I'm not scared, like anything.
I'm not surprised by anything.
I'm not like, hata akiendesha ndege, I'll take anything. I'm a risk taker.
Clearly you are a risk taker.
So that is what has brought me this far.
Yeah.
And has enabled me to do the things that I can do, because I can even skate. You didn't know that.
And you can skate, you can drive, you can bake,
I can ride a motorbike.
much.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I started
at
with a
this
motorbike.
point, I should be asking, what can't you do?
What can I do? You
Yeah.
know, shamefully enough, I cannot swim. The one thing I regret, Maze, I cannot swim.
But good thing is that you can learn. It's not too
Yeah.
late to learn.
But I can hold my breath for long.
Underwater.
Yeah, underwater for like 2 minutes. So I used to hold my breath and put my head into a bucket of water. I started with like 40 seconds. Then with time you get better. I think the lungs expands.
So have you tried that in a swimming pool? Ama tu ulijaribu in a bucket of water?
No, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so for you in high school, now this, by the time you were in primary school, as from 2002 thereabout, your sight was coming back.
It came back.
Minimal.
It came back. Then it started going down
It started
again.
going down again. So in high school, it was going down.
No, it had gone down.
How was high school life? What memorable moments do you have of high school?
Hey, I used to do drama. Ooh. I've taken my school twice to nationals. Twice, not once. Yes, with the soul of us.
Ish.
Yeah.
Sawa mchungu, yes.
That's where I got the love for poetry, like deep. Yeah.
Okay, at this point, can you do something small for us in like 30 seconds for spoken word?
For spoken word?
Yeah.
Let me do this piece I love nowadays. It's like my baby piece because It talks about disability and all that.
Okay.
You know what? Call us the new blind. Attitude is key, plus power of the mind. Stick a little longer and you will find that you're a bit different than our own kind. Bump into you along the streets or along my grind. Hold my hand, I lead the way as you follow behind. No matter that I have inhibitions to fill all my pockets, I still keep a smile on my face, and you cannot take that away from me. I'm an apostrophe. I embody myself as a symbol to remind you that there is more to see. I'm stumbling in pursuit of grace. I hunt patience with a vengeance. But I'm now seeing life with another vision, through a different lens.
Whoa, that is awesome.
Yeah.
So in high school, memorable moments could discover your spoken
Funky was memorable.
I like
I
that
used
you
to-
mentioned that.
Yeah,
Because
I used to
funky
dance.
was a big deal.
Yeah, I used to dance. And you know what?
Uh-huh.
So I used to, if I'm going to tune a girl, I used to say, okay, I'm in Thika High School for the Blind, yeah?
Okay.
So I used to use this line. So the first question was like, which school are you with? You know, like, which school are you from? I'm like, Thika High School. And then I pause. So later on, she'd be mad. Oh, you told me Thika High School, you didn't tell me for the blind. I was like, wait, hold on. I said Thika High School with a comma. This is Thika High School, comma, for the blind. The other one is Thika High School, full stop.
Full stop.
Yeah, so that's something I used to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in high school, did you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Tulimmeet kwa funky kweli?
No. We
How
were
was
in
it?
school together. Like we started dating in class 7. Class 7, class 6.
Who dates in class 7? My goodness.
Julio, man. Yeah, so we dated for almost 8 years.
Was this dating a mere just friendship? Unajua, wacha
No, it
dating.
was bigger than friendship.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My first kiss was in class 7.
This point, I'm trying to recall my first kiss. And clearly, it wasn't in primary school.
And it was in class.
Wow.
Yeah. We started with pecs.
Uh-huh.
No, pecs were way back, like class 5, class. I used to have a girlfriend even in class 4.
Enyewe ni ule msee. Hey, when you ule msee. In high school, you dated a couple of times here and there?
No, I used to have one girlfriend.
Oh, the one you met in class 7?
Yeah.
So you dated all through to high school?
At the
Mpaka high school
campus.
Ikesha. Wait, up until campus?
Yeah, first year.
What?
Yeah, I'm serious.
So why did you guys break up?
I normally don't have answer for that. So many things. The paradigm for dating changed. It was now becoming a responsibility and all that. Then she became so insecure. I got into campus. It was just toxic to a point where I'm the one who broke it off.
Okay,
And I
so
feel
at this
bad.
point, I'm sure everyone who's tuned in, they want to know if, was she also a VIP?
Yeah. But she used to see better than me. She could see further, like far. Like I used to see 1 meter, 2 meters stretching it. She could see 100 meters. Is it a... No. Almost though. Like she
100
could...
meters is quite good sight.
Yeah, she used to have good sight. Like she could use her book while on the table, while it was on the table. And she was beautiful. I won't lie to you.
So you guys were like the power couple.
Yeah.
So, and then,
I have a thing for such things, like power couple and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Because I really put my mind into a relationship when I get into one.